Welcome back, 8:46 on your Thursday. More of us are turning to AI for, well, everything, including financial advice. But before we give the chatbot access to our wallet, there are, of course, some risks to know about. Joining us now with more, Sara Rathner, credit card expert at NerdWallet. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
So first, tell us about the NerdWallet survey. What does it say? What does it reveal about how we are using AI for financial advice today?
We found that about a quarter of Americans have turned to AI chatbots with financial questions, about half of those within just the last week. So this is clearly a tool that's growing in popularity for all sorts of things, but in particular for people who have money questions.
Okay, so what happened, did they say in the survey, when they acted on the advice that they got from AI about their finances?
It's pretty somewhat evenly split. Between people who say that the advice actually benefited them. Some say the advice actually hurt their finances, and the rest felt it was pretty neutral, that the advice didn't really change things one way or the other. And so it's not this slam dunk where you get advice from an AI chatbot and you're pretty much set. You really need to dig deeper and go further and fact check the responses that you're given.
Okay, about the advice that you get when, Uncle Tim shares his financial advice. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. Where do we draw the line about sharing our financial info with AI? What are the risks there?
I would say be very cautious sharing any sort of personally identifiable information. Don't go putting your social security number into an AI chatbot. You should probably keep that number pretty safe in general, but especially in this case, be cautious about uploading financial statements to AI, things that contain account numbers, any information you wouldn't want in a stranger's hand. Don't give to an AI chatbot, because just the fear is that this could end up in the wrong hands. And you want to be really careful with your financial information in all situations, including this one.
Okay, and we're seeing a little graphic on the screen that says that 77% of survey respondents shared personal information like credit score and other stuff. This is really great advice. I want to personalize it here just for a second, because I experimented with this a few months ago where I did upload a statement and I'd blacked out like account number, my name, anything. Not for advice, but I was curious about the way that it would be able to categorize and show me where I was spending. It actually was pretty decent. So my question is about using AI, not necessarily for the advice, but to be able to organize and categorize some stuff that you want to look at.
Yeah, that's actually a really helpful application of AI. And I would say if you are concerned about security, a lot of credit card issuers actually provide this service within the app that you use to manage your account. So if you want to see a breakdown of your spending, you can often do that within the same app that you use to pay your bills. And so if that makes you feel more comfortable, then certainly that could be an option for you. But you did the right thing in blacking out your information. I think that's a helpful first step in making sure that you're keeping the information as safe as possible. And of course, it's always about what you're comfortable doing.
Good. I just wanted to know, real quick, how much money has the family spent on Chick-fil-A in the last few years, and other random stuff is really interesting. What tips
well, now
do
you're just going to get targeted Chick-fil-A ads.
That's right. Also that. Now, what would you say about before we go? How do we use AI wisely to help us out with money? Are there good ways that we ought to be thinking about using AI?
So the information you get in response to a question is really only as good as how the question is asked and prompted, and then where the response is pulled from. What sources is the AI chatbot using? And you can ask them to show their sources and then go to those websites and review them yourselves. But you really want to make sure that you do that and don't just take the responses at face value, because there are times, and this has happened to me, where an AI chatbot pulls information out of thin air that they make up. And you say, hey, where'd you get that number? And they're like, I don't know, I made it up.
I don't know, I made it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I joke that AI is like my golden retriever personal assistant. It's trying so hard, but it's only getting about 70% of the way there.
Great way to end. Sara, thank you so much. Yeah, you just got to be smart about it. Thank you.